Hello there, this is Kishore Ganesh and today I'm here to talk about innovation, specifically innovation in smartphones. Now we all have heard about the iterative smartphone upgrade cycle, which after nearly a decade has gone into a cycle of minor spec bumps in the camera, in the clock speeds, etc. and there is no real innovation. Now you may ask what is innovation, and I say it is something like when the iPhone was announced in 2007. There were no full capacitive touch smartphones on the market, and now that is innovation. Now the smartphones are following an iterative upgrade cycle supposedly, and I'm here to break that myth by giving you a list of the 5 most innovative smartphones that are either on the market or are about to hit the market very soon. The thing is, there are still smartphones that are about to release or have already released that introduce groundbreaking innovations that promise to change the way we use smartphones in the next decade. Now, first up on this list is NextBit. Now, you may not have heard about NextBit because it is a new company with a new smartphone that is essentially the hardware showcase of NextBit's software concept, which ushers in an era of cloud computing. Essentially, what it does is it tries to eliminate the storage problem. Now, we know no storage is ever enough for our needs, and NextBit tries to improve on the current solution by not only providing some internal storage but also cloud storage. The real innovation lies in the software system managing the cloud and the internal storage. Now, the smartphone would work the best in well connected places with high internet speeds, but it is still an innovative smartphone. What it does is it offloads the data that is not accessed much to the cloud and frees up space on a smartphone. So when you need that data, it will download it again and you can use the data. If you have a sufficiently speedy internet connection, you get virtually unlimited space. And while you can get cloud storage on all smartphones, NextBit's storage balancing solution is really unique. Also, another thing is this phone has an unlocked bootloader, which for the tinkerers around us, we already know how good that is. That means that you can modify your smartphone. And the company will still provide the warranty. Now, the second phone on this list is the Fairphone. You can hear the name Fair in it, and that is because it is made from materials sourced from places that are not conflict zones. Usually, smartphones use very rare materials from places like Africa, which already are going through economic struggles, and the smartphone industry is just pulling upon the resources of these countries. What the Fairphone is known for is that it is made from materials that are not sourced from conflict zones. It's using more abundant materials so that it creates a fairer smartphone for all of us. Now, that's an innovation in the manufacturing chain, but what is in there for the consumers? The thing is, the Fairphone 2 is modular. Now, modularity means that you can upgrade the phone without buying an absolutely new one. Now, the third phone on this list is the Lumia 950, which was recently announced by Microsoft at its October 15th event. Now, the Lumia 950 seems like a normal phone, and from the specs it is. I will not be stating the specs of each smartphone in this video. I'll only be talking about the innovative sides of these smartphones, and the Lumia 950 is innovative because of Continuum. Now, Continuum is a Windows 10 feature which enables the OS to adapt to the circumstances you're using your device in. For example, you're using your phone normally, but when you connect a keyboard and mouse and a monitor, it becomes a totally different device. Now, you see, if you connect the Lumia 950 to Continuum dock, which connects to a USB keyboard, mouse, and a monitor, then you'll get a full-fledged PC interface that is reminiscent of the one that you have on your actual PC. You are actually carrying around a PC everywhere you go. When you connect the Lumia 950 to the dock, it adapts an interface that supports keyboard shortcuts and is in every way similar to your home computing setup. And the thing is, with universal apps, you may also see desktop apps running on the Lumia 950 soon. Now, universal apps may not be so popular, but having a full desktop interface that is keyboard friendly in your pocket is very useful. You can always connect your Android phone to a mouse and keyboard. You can always connect your iPad to a mouse and keyboard, but it won't have the same experience. It won't have the same keyboard integration that Microsoft has brought to the Lumia 950 with Continuum. Now the next phone on this list is Project Ara. It is also modular like the Fairphone, but the thing is, it is completely modular. You can replace every part on it, and you can actually upgrade your camera, your display without buying a new smartphone, and that is truly groundbreaking and breaks the usual upgrade cycle of 2 years where you buy a totally new smartphone. Now smartphones can become totally like PCs. You can upgrade each part whenever you want. Now say you are a photographer, you need a good display and a good camera. You don't need anything else. So you upgrade in these areas while keeping the others the same. So you can essentially get what you want at a lower cost. If you are out on the road often, you can get a bigger battery and a better processor, and you are off. You just don't need the extra facilities that other smartphones provide. This provides for a truly customizable user experience that, in my opinion, is truly groundbreaking and breaks the smartphone upgrade cycle. And Project Ara is one of the truly innovative smartphones that can change the way we buy and use smartphones through the next decade. Now the last phone on this list is Project Tango. Now this is another phone from Google's lab, and Project Tango's specialty is that it is laden with sensors and cameras which enable it to be spatially aware. Now if you normally a phone has a gyroscope, has GPS, and well, that's about it in terms of the gamut of sensors, but the Project Tango phone has a whole gamut of cameras and sensors across its body. This phone is spatially aware. You can create indoor maps. It can help the elderly to be aware of the surroundings. It can help the visually impaired. It can help those who are hearing impaired by providing them phone that is spatially aware, that can help them understand their surroundings. There are lots of potential use cases for a phone that is totally aware of its surroundings. Now imagine the Project Tango phone. It knows where it is in the room. It knows its point in the 3D space. It is essentially spatially aware, and that can prove to be really helpful for developers who will find innovative ways to exploit many sensors, so many cameras, and this spatially aware nature of the Project Tango smartphone. Now the last two phones on this list, they don't have definite release date, but I have still included them on this list because of them being truly innovative and groundbreaking, and they are the ones that can truly change the way we use smartphones over the next decade. Now if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please also comment your views on what you think is the most innovative smartphone available, and whether smartphone innovation has stalled. Also, to show your appreciation for my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.